Good morning, folks. How y'all doing this morning? Welcome to my kitchen. This morning we're going to be talking and cooking the mythical French toast. Myth or faction? Stay tuned and we'll let you know right after this. Thank you, folks, for joining in. Welcome to my kitchen, folks. We're here this morning. We're going to talk to you about French toast, the origin of French toast, and the myth about French toast. Now, folks, for this recipe this morning, we're going to need 4 slices of bread. We're going to need some butter. We're going to need 3 eggs. And Ole Monkey likes honey, raw honey, on his French toast. Now, folks, the origin of French toast is that it goes all the way back to the Roman Empire, where they used to soak stale bread in milk and then batter it with egg mixture and put it in a pan and fry it. Now, they didn't call it French toast. That was just a stale bread egg fry. Then later on, as things came on down through the line of recipes, as we go through and we watch the history coming about, we find out that French toast, France does not have French toast. And I know at that point you're going to say, what? No French toast in France? No, folks, France did not develop French toast. French toast in France was pain perdu. Pain perdu was a milk and egg mixture that the bread was soaked in, just like they did in Rome, put in a pan of oil or butter, and was fried up. So now you're wondering if pain perdu, which is the same recipe, was French toast. It was never called French toast in France. You cannot go to France and get French toast. The origin of the name, not the recipe, but the origin of the name French toast came from a gentleman by the name of Joseph French. Now, Joseph French was a little bit grammatically inept, meaning he didn't know his grammar very well, but he opened a little shop up in Albany, New York. It was a breakfast shop, and when he opened that shop, he named that shop, because it was a breakfast shop, he named it French Toast, because he was going to serve this particular recipe as his main signature dish. Now, French toast was what he called it, the restaurant, but what happened there when I just said he was grammatically inept is that he forgot to put the apostrophe S, which would have been French's toast, because he was trying to name this after himself. Therefore, we have French toast in America as the origin of the name French toast. French fries are not from France either. They come from a little area where people lived by the lake and fished for fish and fried them up. And one winter the lake froze over, and when it froze over, they fried up potatoes, and because fish and French sounded so much alike, it got mistaken and was called French fries. because that's what they ate during the winter months as that recipe came down the line. Folks, the funny side of it is the French kiss did not come from France. No, French kiss did come from France, but not the term. During the war, when the soldiers were over in France, they observed the way that the French people were kissing, and when they came back to the United States, they told their significant others that they had a new way of kissing, and it was called the French kiss. So you see, folks, no matter what the word says, French, Italian, Spanish, Mexican, whatever you want to add in front of the word does not necessarily mean that it came from that country. So do your studies, look it up, find out where these things come from, and you won't be misled by thinking that it is something that it's not. Okay, folks, for this recipe, those 3 eggs I showed you, we need those, and we need them all whipped up. Now, we got 4 slices of bread, folks. Those 4 slices of bread takes 3 eggs to be able to make French toast. So we're going to beat this all up real good right here, a little bit, just like this, and we'll beat it some more in a few minutes. Folks, we want to get this stove lit right here. And we want to set this stove, folks. On my stove, it is about 7. If you have a gas stove, you want it to be about like that right there. That will be just hot enough to cook this French toast. All right. So here we go, folks. So we're going to beat this some while we're letting that all heat up. We're going to beat up all this egg. All right, folks. You want that egg to look about like that, folks. All that white pretty much beat up in there good. Little frothy on top, just like that. All right, here we go. Okay, folks. That pan's warming up there. I'm going to go ahead and slice us up a little bit of this butter here. We just want pats of butter. We're not going to put the butter, the whole thing in the pan. Folks, this butter done got a little soft on Ole Monkey here. Yeah. We may have to work this a little different. That's all right, though. Folks, it takes about 8 good pats of butter. So it's going to take this whole thing to cook this, because you want butter on both sides of that bread when we start cooking. Look at there, folks. Ole Monkey done measured it out just right. Okay, folks, here we go. That pan feels like it's about right. So let's go ahead and put our first stick of butter in there. Yeah, there we go. That kind of get that pan seasoned up there just a little bit, folks. Take that pan, move that around a little bit, grease the bottom of it with that butter. Now, folks, you don't that fire down low like that, because you don't want to burn that butter. Burn that butter, you're going to burn your bread. Burn your bread, you're not going to have any good tasting French toast. Now look at there, folks. See how that looks right there? Let that go around a little bit there, folks. There we go. Okie dokie, there we go. Now, folks, what we want to do, we're going to beat this egg one more time. Ole Monkey likes it all beat up real good. Don't like that white showing on his French toast whenever he cooks it. Now, folks, you can use any kind of bread you want to use. Ole Monkey, he likes the honey wheat bread, and brand names, as I said in the earlier videos. Ole Monkey not too much into brands, as long as it's a good bread, or it's a good whatever. So this morning, here's what we want to do, folks. We want to take this egg mixture right here, going to put that right in there like that. We're going to turn it over just like that, folks. Got that butter right there. You see how that's coated real good, folks? Now we're going to let a little excess drain off. We're going to put that right there, folks. We're going to let that sit there and cook for a little bit. You don't want to let it burn, but you want it to get done. Now, Ole Monkey like to kind of roll it around in that butter just a little bit like that. Folks, get a good coating of butter on there. There you go. There we go. Okay. This first piece, folks, always a little bit slow about cooking out for you because of the fact your pan may not be quite as hot as you need it to be to cook this like you want it to. Get that on 7 there. There we go. Alrighty. Now, folks, I told you about that French kiss earlier where the soldiers came back. Yeah, they came back and they told their significant others, we're going to call it. This way we cover everybody. And they started explaining to them, you know, how they had observed the French people and the way they kissed. Well, folks, now I can stand back and I can observe you from a distance and see you kiss somebody, but I ain't sure exactly how you kissed. But they showed their significant other exactly how it was done. And, you know, folks, I'm sorry, but if I'd have been that significant other, I think I'd have questioned that, exactly how you knew so well how this was done. But anyway, folks, it is what it is, and we're gonna, whoo, did you see that, folks? That bread just jumps a little out of that pan right there. Now, folks, we're gonna let that sit there and cook for a little while, get it a little bit warm, browned up. I'm gonna turn this heat up just a hair. This flame don't seem to be wanting to cooperate just right this morning, but it will, and we'll get this done, and you will love the end result. Yeah, see how that's starting to do there, folks? Now that's what you want it to do right there. Just get a little bit darker though. Now, folks, some folks, they take and they put cinnamon and sugar and syrup and vanilla and all kind of stuff in this egg mixture. Well, country folks didn't do that. We did it just like you're seeing it done this morning. And when we are fixing it, we never call this French toast. We always called it egg bread. Now, the reason that French toast is a name, not from a country, as I told you, because of old Joseph. This bread is known by so many different things. It's known as German toast. It's known as Spanish toast. It's known as egg bread. You name it, folks. It's pretty well known by whatever way you want to call it. But we, country folks, we always call this egg bread because, whoa, look there, folks, I called it. Yeah, there you go. Now she's browning up, folks, because that's what it is. It's bread and eggs. Well, if you go back to the original recipe, that's exactly what you had, was bread and eggs. All right, folks, that piece of toast is done right there. We're going to put it over there on that plate. We're going to put us a little more butter in here, folks. And we're going to continue on with this. And the process is the same for every piece of toast. Maybe not having to catch it, but yeah, it's the same process, folks. So we're going to go ahead and get all this cooked up and plate it up, folks, and then we'll come back. We're going to do one more piece for you here, folks. I think you pretty well got the idea what it's about, but let's just do one more piece right here. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's coated real good on both sides, just like that right there. And put it right there. Now you hear that, folks? That sizzled a little bit. That's what you want when that pan is hot enough to cook it. You want it to sizzle a little bit so it goes ahead and fries. Now, folks, that's going to be a little crunchy on the outside, creamy on the inside, because of the fact that the egg cooks, but it doesn't get hard all the way through. So if you cook up French toast and your French toast is hard all the way through, you did something wrong, folks. Now watch this. Here it goes. And whoop, look at there, folks. Right over. Yep, there you go. We're making up this French toast this morning. Now you see how much better that is, folks? I have to turn that flame up a little bit there. It's still on 7, but it was a little bit below 7 there and didn't realize it. Here we go, folks. Round and around and whoop, there it is. Roll it over. Yes, sir. Whoop. All right, folks, that French toast is ready right there. We're going to put it right here on this plate over here. By the way, folks, I told you needed 8 pats of butter, and you do. Because after you fix this French toast, you put it on your plate, just like that right there. You want to put a little pat of butter on it, even though it already is cooked in butter. Just put that extra pat of butter on it, give it that little extra buttery flavor. Folks, we got all that French toast done, and you know Ole Monkey. Ole Monkey can't just fix French toast. No, sir. Old saying is, everything goes better with bacon. So, folks, here we go. This is our French toast right here. We put it up there real close, let you see it there. Yeah, you like some of that, wouldn't you? Old Monkey gonna taste of it. See if it's like he used to eat. Let's just take it and put a little honey on there, folks. That's what all that brightness is. Get a little bit of that honey on there. Yes, sir. Look at him. You want some of that? Here we go. Put it right here, folks. Oh, my goodness, folks. Woo! Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Monkey got it work this morning. Woo! Oh, Lord, have mercy. Ooh. That is so good, folks. Let me tell you, that's the best way in the world to start off your morning, folks. Start it off with some French toast with a little bit of butter and some honey. Ooh, ain't nothing no better. Folks, Old Monkey got to get off of here. He going to be twerking all over the place here. But remember, folks, thank you for watching. We love you. And y'all come see us now. You hear?